तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. We were observing the inward journey, how we turn inward and dive within and enter the state of deeper meditation. Now, as long as we are in the what we call the reflected sunshine-like state, in the presence of the Chaitanyik light, the light we saw, there are three lights. One is physical light, one is intellectual light, one is spiritual light. The physical light is pertaining to senses. Intellectual light pertains to the cognition. And spiritual light pertains to your existence. I exist, I am. That I am is lighted by the spiritual light. And whole thing, my perception, my understanding, whatever it is, my Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, all are dependent on I am. My existence, this existence is lighted by the spiritual light. This spiritual, in meditation, we enter this inward journey after having transcended the mind, gone beyond the barrier of mind. We enter into Vijnanamaya Kosha. There we see first the light of the Chaitanya, but it is not direct vision of the Chaitanya. Like sunshine, it is not the sun, and the sunshine falling outside, it's reflected light within the house that we are seeing. This light we are seeing also sunlight. The sunshine is also sunlight. When you see the sun, that light is coming out is also sunlight. But this is double reflected. It has come, fallen outside and have come inside the house, and I am seeing how much dull it is, but this itself transforms you to a higher level of consciousness that you become totally independent of bodily existence. You are spiritually awakened. You have seen the glimpses of that light, and by that the body awareness has already subdued to the minimum level, liminal level of awareness, just to keep the body alive as if. To that extent, you are fully conscious of your being, the Chaitanya. But this Chaitanya, independent of body, is the Jivatman. From Deha Bhava, you have come to the Jiva Bhava. In this state, you may remember one or two lives of your past, because this is the part that has come from the other body. So here, in this state, with each day you go to the meditation, take up the inner journey, and cross the Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, and be in the Vijnanamaya. Get accustomed with the space, the transit realm in which you are entering, and then you see, you are started able to see, as if from the house you are able to see the sunshine. You long to go to sunshine. You see the deeper layers of consciousness, still brighter, still brighter. You start entering, moving towards that. What is that? More joy, more freedom, more bliss, more peace. Let me go there, let me go there. Just like light attracts a moth, you will be attracted by that. When you see that as you are going, it is expanding. It is like entering funnel from the other end, and where as you are going, it is expanding. It will be, when you see from within, it will be just like a Deepa Shikha. You see how it looks. It looks like this. The consciousness, a brighter aspect of consciousness looks like this. It is exactly like a lamp burning. So Deepa Shikha. From here you see, you are entering into it and expanding. Infinite is a funnel like. Oh, I have come inside means you are still expanding, still brighter, still brighter. Once you cross this and enter into that, you have come to the sunshine. Like sunshine entering into from the house inside the door. What a difference between the sunshine and the inner light that you have received in the house. That much of difference. And this space is called Chidakasha, the space of consciousness, Chaitanya Akasha. This is where you get the vision of God. A few visits to that place makes you get accustomed. Then the real longing, where are you, Lord? I have come up to here, where are you? This longing manifests in that intellect. Manas has dissolved in the intellect, ego is backing the intellect is searching. It has only 6 jnanendriyas with it, which are purified, which are fit to see the divine, which were seeing the world without getting involved. Mind was getting the involved. It was seeing the world and just carrying the message. They remain pure at all times, whether they are turned towards the world or they are just carriers of message. Now they have come inside. Now the intellect, there is that longing for God. I have to see my Lord. I have to see my Lord. Slowly you see that light which was covering, which was there in that space. A space is spaceless space, timeless time, and it's a world of bliss alone. There you see slowly, like the space and the light is slowly condensing, taking the form, like the humidity which is unseen is getting condensed into fog because of the excessive cooling. The whole atmospheric which is there pervading the entire atmosphere, the atmosphere itself is getting condensed. The humidity is getting condensed into fog. If the humidity which was pervading the world is imperceptible, but when it becomes fog, it is perceivable. It becomes perceivable. The same light which was illumining the inner space now becomes slowly condensed into a particular form. It is taking the form. It is becoming solid. And you see your Ishtadevata's form. Beautiful form of your Ishtadevata. So much alive. Because we are conscious, consciousness pervading this body is keeping this alive. The touch of the consciousness is keeping this body alive. If the consciousness detaches, the Chaitanya detaches, it is only a dead body. Like that, the Chaitanya which is giving life to this bodily existence has become the form, has taken the form, means how much lively it might be. The touch is making the body alive, and how much lively it may be. So that Chaitanya has taken a form. It is life itself, which makes the all lives enliven. So that life you are seeing there, the whole thing. You are able to perceive the Lord in your presence, full of bliss, full of welcome, full of joy. He is there, standing before you, sitting before you, smiling at you, beckoning you to come near. But you don't have a body to move. intellect alone with the six senses. Then intense desire, the intense love that is flowing out from your existence, the Chaitanya flowing out from you creates a love body. Just like you get a dream body in dream, this physical body in the waking state, you get a love body there in the samadhi. Now, this state is called Savikalpa Samadhi. Deeper meditations, dhyana, parasthiti of dhyana enters into the samadhi sthiti. Samadhi is where you directly experience the divine in form. If it is with form, it is Savikalpa. If it is without form, it is Nirvikalpa. Where the duality dissolves is Nirvikalpa. When duality is still there, it is Savikalpa. Now you will see the form of the Lord. You have got body now, the love body. It has projected your own self, your own intellect as the basis, yourself, the Atman within you has projected. Love is manifestation of Atman. It is flowing out of the Atman. That love for God is taking another form. Just like God's body is made up of consciousness, Chaitanya, your body is made up of love, Prema Sharira. You have got Prema Sharira, but it cannot move. It can perceive. All the senses go and remain in the sense state. In the brain, the intellect goes and stays. The movement is not possible because pranas are not there. Pranas you are left in the pranamaya kosha. Body you are left in the physical kosha, annamaya kosha. Mind has got dissolved in the intellect. Now only longing is there of the heart to move. Then will of God, the kindness of God, the grace of God, the love of God infuses the prana in you. To move, to see, to act, to think, to express, to speak, everything becomes possible when God's prana enter into me. Just like we do the prana pratishtha in God, in a murti, and invoke God, the God makes prana pratishtha in my love body. And immediately my body is able to move. It runs to the Lord's feet, clenches it in, because innumerable millions of lives before we parted, waiting, searching in every enjoyment of the world, searching, here is that bliss, here is that bliss, here is that peace. And each time, each thing I caught in this world was limited. It was giving pain and suffering alone, nothing else. So this slowly dissolves, nothing remains. And I see myself slowly there in a different state of existence. Here we see slowly that Lord is there and I am in His company with Him. The total oneness with the God. This is Savikalpa Samadhi. And slowly getting absorbed in God, I will see that my awarenesses are slowly dissolving. And the awarenesses are fading away. The vision that I was having in the Chidakasha, the space of consciousness, is slowly leaving me. Just like if something had come and gone, I am slowly coming back to the normal state of consciousness. I am in the waking state back, Vyuthana. Oh, where did I go? Where from did I come? Where is that? I want to go again. I want to go again. That longing remains. And God gives some time to enter again. So, I have to attend to the duties of life, unconscious, unaware. The activities are going on in the all my duties I am discharging, without keeping the mind there. My bodily existence has dissolved. I am not a body now. I am Jivatman, living in the body. But body is making all the work act. I am sitting and just observing my body running about and doing. It's going and doing cooking, serving the people, going to the office, working and coming. I am witness alone. Here we see the Sakshi awakening. After the first vision of God, spiritual awakening was there. After the entering into Chidakasha, after entering into deeper meditation, Dhyana Paravastha. In the Dhyana Paravastha, I entered into the Vijnanamaya Kosha, saw the double reflected light of consciousness. Then, by that time, I was detached from the body. Now, from Deva Bhava, I had gone to Jiva Bhava. Now, bodily awarenesses was not there. I knew I am not this body. In waking state, I was independent of body. But now, by grace of God, after having His vision, after coming back, now I will have the Sakshi awakened. There was spiritual awakening to understand the spiritual. Having touched the spirit, I was spiritually awakened. Now having seen the God, Sakshi awakens. The Sakshi is seeing him running about bodily existence. Senses are working in a different way. They have turned outward. They are working with the bodily existence. When I go into Samadhi, they turn inward and come with the intellect. When they jump into the as if into body and mind, it is working at the bidding of the nature. Nature is making it to move, act, everything. And the Sakshi, I am witness of the waking state. Similarly, after getting the first vision of God, after having seen, after I have interacted with God, another witness awakens from within. That is, I am witness of the dreaming state also. In dream state, Jagrat Swapna. In Swapnavastha also, I am witness. I know I am dreaming. Mind is dreaming. It is entered into dream state. I am witness. I witness waking state and dreaming state, but not the deep sleep yet. The deep sleep, when I enter, I become one with the deep sleep. I am not aware that I am in deep sleep. But when I come out, I have come to the dream state. I have come to the waking state. Then I enter into the Samadhi state, the superconscious state. Now I am witness of these three, but not yet the witness of. Then each time I enter into the Samadhi sthiti of witnessing God, goes on and on and on for a number of years. I am in the company of God, secretly unknown to the world. I enter, hidden. The world doesn't know. They see my body sitting in meditation. But I have left the body and I have entered the inner chamber in which I am meeting my beloved and enjoying his company in various ways. Many days pass, many weeks pass, many months pass, sometimes years pass. Sometime God will ask you, you have been loving me as Krishna. Do you know how I looked really when I was a Krishna? Look at this. Then God transforms himself into a new form. What he was when Krishna. And what was a great difference between my understanding of Krishna, what I longed Krishna to see, and what he really was and is as Krishna. There is Ajagajantara, the difference between a mustard and a mountain, unimaginable dimensions. Then he becomes stunned at seeing the real form of Krishna as Krishna in the avatara. That richness, that Aishwarya, that grace with which he is to move, that beauty, that glory is entirely different. It is befitting only the divine. Inconceivable man at his level, because of the excessive purification and constant intimacy with God, God is able to reveal that form. And then he sees the Lord in that form and slowly gets accustomed, like Arjuna getting accustomed to the Krishna's Vishwarupa, he gets accustomed to the real form of Krishna. Then similar is period of interaction passes. Then the Lord asks, you want to see me as when I was Rama? Then you will get, what is this? Telling that the form of Krishna slowly turns into the Rama's form. When he was there in the Treta Yuga as Rama, how he was, how he looked, how the whole atmosphere was there. The whole thing is presented to his devotee. The devotee is charmed. He gets nervous. Who is this person? Who was really Rama? What is his real form? He is taking different forms now and then. What is his real form? What is he actually? As Ishtadevata, I love him as Krishna. This Rama also, the same person, he says, the Rama, when I was Rama, I was looking. When I became Krishna, what became Krishna? What took the form of Krishna? What took the form of Rama? Who was that original? And it just wonders. Who? Then he will reveal the Durga's form, Shiva's form, various forms. Then the love, the respect, the reverence, the awful awareness of God becomes more and more intense. And the more he reveals, he's showing his Aishwarya. Look at the various aspects of my existence. I am not limited by form. I am not limited by formless. I am beyond all this, and you cannot understand what I am. But as I reveal to you, you tell me what form you want to see. As if God is projecting himself, throwing himself at the devotee. Take me as if what you select, you take me in that form. He's giving the options as if, look at this form of mine, look at this form of mine, look at this form of mine. What you want to look, many more things. Krishna says to Arjuna in Vishwarupa, in what form you want to see, what you want to see, you see in this Vishwarupa. All forms of gods and goddesses and beyond. What you want to see, anything more, you can see in this. So like that, then the intimacy becomes so much. God has offered himself to the devotee. Devotee was longing. Now God has offered himself. How much of intimacy you see. God presents his intimacy. God is making him more and more intimate, more and more dear. And this intimacy becomes so much that a day comes when, absorbed in each other, they are losing their awarenesses. Slowly, a day comes when the form is dissolving and they are becoming ekarasa. Form itself is God's form is also dissolving as Ishtadevata. Suppose he was loving God as Krishna, the Krishna's form is slowly dissolving. Each is holding the other's form, and The devotee's form also is dissolving. Both are dissolving, just like two ice images made up of ice, water becoming ice. That ice, two form kept in the sunshine, how they start dissolving and becoming water and become the same ekarasa. They both starts dissolving to become ekarasa. There you see the non-dual understanding is dissolving in non-dual, dual expression of the non-dual is becoming again non-dual. The duality is dissolving. The non-dual existence is one existence. There is neither the devotee nor the Lord. There is one ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute. There is no duality. An infinite, endless ocean passing through the eternity is alone there. The form, all the forms have dissolved. His own form and the form of the Lord. The formless aspect, the impersonal aspect of God is being experienced. Now, with this, you will see that the ultimate reality from the Savikalpa is entering into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. God is showing him he is the other aspect of his existence. God is not limited, neither limited by the forms as Savikalpa, nor is limited by his non-dual expression, existence. This is one aspect of his existence, the non-dual. Dual is another form of expression. Yet another is the universe. Yet another is his avatars. And still other is the jivas in whom he exists as the Antaryamin. So the ultimate, beyond all that exists, he has entered into Nirvikalpa Samadhi to experience the transcendental reality. And the same is as the Ishvara, Lord of the universe, taking various forms for the sake of devotee and the universe. And the universe itself is the manifestation which has emerged out from the Absolute and is going to space and time has emerged, and this space and time is merging back. A cyclic order is going on. Then he is to govern this universe. He stands there as the Ishvara, and he comes down often as the need comes as the Avatara, and he is there in all jivas as the Antaryami. So God has the various aspects as a transcendental reality, as the immanent reality, Vishwarupa, as the Brahman, the transcendental reality, as the universe, the immanent aspect of God, and as the Ishvara, the Lord of the universe, the third aspect, as the Avatara, the fourth aspect, as the Antaryamin, the indweller, the transcendental, the immanent, the Ishvara, the Avatara, and the Antaryamin. You see all these aspects of God. And where do you get all this? When you are in solitude. It begins with just calling on God, remembering now and then Him, and with a sincere heart, just few seconds you began in every half an hour, and years passed in solitude, now and then entering into solitude. Sri Ramakrishna is now and then entering into solitude, and you are back in the world doing your activities, again enter into solitude. During the activities, short breaks, few seconds, go inside and come out, go inside and come out. And whenever you get leisure, once in a week, a day, and slowly how step by step your interest in solitude increases, how you expand from within, how you transcend all your defects at gross level, kama, krodha and all, how do you transcend at the gross level? At subtle level, how you cross, and in samadhi sthiti, the vasanas become destroyed. It becomes bija. The bija gets destroyed. The bija gets roasted, dagda bija. It has the form of the vasana, but it is no more. It cannot germinate any desire from within. You have seen God in his both aspects, as the Ishvara, as the impersonal absolute, as personal God. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.